I tried to walk the other direction once. My feet kept curving back and I was done. Enough to think that I could orbit you without eventually falling into gravity pulling me to you. I got no chance of escape. Gravity pulling me to you. You redefine my shape. Every step I take curves back to where you are. Gravity, you are my nearest star. The physics of us simply can't be fought. You pulled and I arrived before I thought. I gave up trying to resist the pull. Surrender is the only thing that's full. Let me fall into your atmosphere, burning at the edges just to land right here. Every time I drift too far away, something in your orbit makes me stay. Like planets trapped inside a cosmic dance, held together more by faith than chance. And every lonely mile I try to run just bends beneath your unseen sun, until I'm circling your light again, like where I've always been. Gravity pulling me to you, stronger than my pride. Gravity pulling me to you, no place left to hide. Every road I choose still ends beneath your glow. Gravity, you never let me go. I used to think that freedom meant alone, a silent universe with no real home. But floating endlessly through empty space only made me crave your steady place. You turn my chaos into something clear, a center point whenever you are near. And though the landing shakes me to my bones, I'd rather crash than roam. The stars all blur whenever you appear, like distant galaxies dissolving near. And time itself slows down around your name. Nothing after that feels quite the same. You pull the tide beneath my skin at night, move invisible but hold me tight. And every heartbeat answers to the moon that keeps me close to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Gravity pulling me to you across the dark unknown. Gravity pulling me to you until I'm not alone. Every piece of me falls perfectly apart. Gravity collapsing through my heart. So let the universe keep stretching wide. I know exactly where my soul hides, not in empty constellations cold and far, but somewhere underneath your gravity. And if I burn while falling through your skies, at least I'll see your light before I die. 'Cause every ending leads me back somehow to where you are right now. Let me fall without slowing down. Hold me in your orbit, never let me touch the ground. No escape velocity could pull my soul apart. Gravity, you live inside my heart. Gravity, gravity pulling me near. The closer I get, the clearer you appear. Falling. Slowly we couldn't keep. Painted perfect, cracked inside. Truth was something you would hide. Built it up just to let go. Something I will never know. All the lines you made me see weren't as real as they could be. Now the silence feels so loud, lost inside this broken sound. We started out as strangers on a Tuesday. Now I'm counting down the hours till you're near. This wasn't in my plan for any new day, but slow burns have a way of pulling clear. You slipped into my life so naturally, like you were always meant to be with me. No fireworks lighting up the sky, just a steady flame I can't deny. Every little moment starts to grow into something deeper than we know. And now your name lives in my mind, like a song I played on repeat all night. Slow burn, you got under my skin. Slow burn, don't know where you end, where I begin. Didn't see you coming, now I can see straight. Slow burn, you were always worth the wait. Slow burn, nice and slow. You're the kind of fire that doesn't rush, the kind that takes its time and doesn't crush. I've been burned before by things that blaze too fast, but slow burns are the ones that always last. You move through me like late night smoke, soft enough to keep me close, and every glance across the room feels like gravity pulling me to you. No pressure, no need to run, just two hearts becoming one. I'm somewhere in between the now and past. Your voice still echoes where the silence falls. I'm writing your name along these empty walls. I'm fading slowly in the neon glow. Every step I take just leads me back to you. No way to fight it, no way to pretend. I'm lost in you again and again. I don't know where I end and you begin. Pull me under, let the night come in. Every shadow whispers your name. Nothing ever feels the same. Lose myself tonight in the smoke and in the light. Can't find my way back home when you're all I've ever known. Lose myself tonight. Let me disappear in you, 'cause being lost is all I know. When I'm losing myself tonight. Lose myself tonight. The night is long and I've been here before, standing at the edge of your closed door. The music holds what words could never say. I'm dancing with the ghost of yesterday. Every rhythm pulls me deeper in, your memory under my skin. I try to run but I just stay caught in your echo, drifting away. Take me somewhere deep where the world can't find me. Let the bassline carry everything behind me. I don't wanna wake up from this beautiful dream. If loving you is falling, don't wake me from this sea tonight. In the smoke and in the light, can't find my way back home when you're all I've ever known. Lose myself tonight. Let me disappear in you, 'cause being lost is all I know. When I'm losing myself tonight. Lose myself They built a path, but I kept cutting through the grass to get the shorter way to you. Now there's a line worn into the green, the most honest map that I have ever seen. Desire lines made by going where you need. Desire lines, not by rule but by the seed of wanting something real enough to wear. Desire lines, I'll meet you there. Urban planners learn to read desire, build the past where people's feet conspire. What wisdom in the following of one, instead of building what the rules say ought. Follow your desire line, it knows the way. Where feet, where paths, that's where you should stay. I think our hearts work just the same as roads, ignoring all the signs and heavy codes. We move toward whatever feels like home, even when we're told not to go. And every shortcut carved into the earth without making a sound. The truest things are made repeatedly by quiet acts of honesty. I used to think the proper way was best, stay inside the lines like all the rest. But every important thing I've ever done started by breaking where I was told to run, like loving you against my better sense, ignoring fear and consequence, crossing every carefully designed divide just because my soul pulled toward your side. And now there's evidence beneath the trees, a path created naturally, not planned, not forced, not engineered, just made because people cared. The world keeps trying to map us into squares, straight clean roads leading somewhere, but humans curve toward what they truly need, leaving marks where longing leads. Desire lines more honest than design, desire lines made one step at a time. Every worn path means somebody chose what mattered more than what they know. Sometimes I wonder if love itself is this, a path created by repeated risk, two people walking toward each other long enough to turn instinct into song, because no architect could draw the shape of every choice our hearts will make. No blueprint predicts where hope runs deep or what kind of ache we choose to keep. And maybe freedom isn't chaos wild, maybe it's something soft and childlike, trusting where your spirit naturally bends instead of forcing where it ends. I remember meeting you after dark, crossing fields through the park, ignoring sidewalks lit and clean, to follow the path between the grass, bent low beneath our shoes, like others made the same choice too. People searching for connection fast, leaving tiny signs they pass. Desire lines built by lonely hearts, desire lines, tiny works of art. The earth remembers every step we take toward the things that make us wake. There's beauty in collective wanting, two strangers unknowingly passing through, creating pathways side by side, by simply trusting what feels right. No speeches, no permission slips, no authority, no fingertips, just instinct slowly shaping land until the planners understand. And maybe healing works that way, not sudden but through every day, tiny choices leading back toward the self we almost lack. Follow your desire, follow your desire line, even when it bends. Straight roads aren't always true, sometimes longing comprehends. I spent years trying to walk correctly, hiding all the things affecting me, pretending my heart moved rationally while secretly craving deeply. But every hidden part eventually cuts through the grass honestly, leaving signs impossible to fake, of every road the soul will take. Now when I see those paths through green, I think about what longing means, how desire itself becomes a guide when we stop forcing what's inside. Desire lines lead me back to you, desire lines made from something true. And if enough hearts choose the same way home, the world eventually lays stone. So maybe I don't fear wanting anymore, best paths are often worn that way because they lead somewhere worth staying. They built a path, but I kept cutting through the shortest road. Still led to you, and somewhere in the grass beneath our feet, love drew its own map quietly. You don't have to say a word. Everything I need I've already heard. In the way you breathe beside me in the dark, and the quiet beating of your heart. Every shadow moving on your skin pulls me slowly deeper in. No need for promises tonight. Your silence already feels right. The city fades outside the room. Time disappears inside the gloom. And all the noise I used to know melts away so slow. Your skin, your silence is all the language that I need. Your skin, your silence sets every part of me free. Don't say a word, just stay. Don't move away, just stay. Your skin, your silence. Cigarette smoke curls toward the ceiling. I'm addicted to this unnamed feeling. Your hand grazes mine in the soft dark room, like a promise made too soon. Neon light across your face turns this moment into space where nothing else exists but us, and every breath becomes enough. The baseline moves beneath the floor, like we've both been here before, lost inside this fragile scene, somewhere between touch and dream. Your skin, your silence is all the language that I need. Your skin, your silence sets every part of me free. Don't say a word, just stay. Let the night remain this way. Skin, silence, silence, stay, your skin, your silence, just stay. All this love and nowhere for it to land, delivered to a heart that's contraband. Return to sender, insufficient address. The post office of love, relentless mess. Love at the wrong address shows up anyway. Love at the wrong address keeps coming every day. No one home and still the letters pile. Love at the wrong address, still worthwhile. Even unreceived love changes the one who sends it into something more than done. Wrong address doesn't mean the love is wrong. Just early or just looking for its song. Love finds its address eventually. Wrong house now doesn't mean it won't be. I wrote whole futures in my head for you. Stamped them carefully and sent them through. But every hope came back with folded seams, marked undeliverable dreams. Still I kept mailing pieces of my heart, like maybe one day you'd restart. Open the door and finally read everything I carried silently. Love at the wrong address still waits by the door. Love at the wrong address still waits by the door. Love at the wrong address still asks for more. And even silence feels like a reply when hope refuses to fully die. I used to think rejection meant defeat, like love unfinished was incomplete. But now I think some feelings simply roam, searching patiently for home. Because love itself is never really waste. Even when it's poorly placed, it teaches your heart how deep it can go, how much of itself it can show. And maybe that's why I don't regret every message, every cigarette, every midnight paragraph unsent, every ounce of honest intent. You weren't wrong for me to love, just wrong for where my heart showed up, like rain arriving out a season late, or flowers blooming past their date. Love at the wrong address still carries something true. Love at the wrong address still changed me through and through. And even if you never open wide, I still became more alive. I wonder how many people walk around carrying love that never found the exact place it was meant to stay. So it lingers quietly every day, in songs they almost dedicate, in calls they stop before too late, in tiny acts nobody sees, like ghosts attached to memories. Some hearts arrive before their time, some after.